Good morning. It's September 24, 2024. We're critiquing the news. The article on your screen is from the Cairns Post, and it's titled Police Policy Lashed. Victims Say Enough. It's about the chap you can see pictured there, a young fella called Shane, had 2 cars stolen in the course of 6 weeks, with the second one, the circumstances being someone rushed into his workshop and seemed to have grabbed his keys and jumped into the Hilux that he'd acquired only 6 weeks earlier after his brand new Nissan Navara was stolen, thrashed and torched. So yet again, we're reading of car thefts, citizens wanting to help enforce the law but not being allowed to. Shane's mates were all trying to track it and following it and so on, as legally as they could. And we're reading about the police having their hands tied, only certain places where they can throw out their stingers to deflate the tyres on a stolen car. The article's full of examples of the criminals jumping gutters and driving dangerously and crashing into innocent road users. And there's, it's having an effect on increasing insurance premiums and excesses that have to be paid by the victim and not by the perpetrator. The anger that it's causing in the community, and of course the disunity, distrust and suspicion it's sowing between different racial and age demographics. So who's ultimately responsible? Well, the Labor Party is, because they watered down the laws. They prevent the community helping to catch criminals, which was the original model of Sir Robert Peel for policing the community, was to have the police officer effectively being merely a coordinator for the citizens. That the original Bobby would just blow his whistles. All he was armed with was a whistle. The original London Bobby would blow his whistle. The townsfolk would come out with their tools of trade, whatever they may be, axes or clubs or machetes or even guns. Bring them out and they would hunt down the criminal, and they would take the criminal before a magistrate for a trial, and the matter would be dealt with. But no, not anymore. We're not allowed to help enforce our laws. So now we've got the inability to catch these criminals because the police's hands are tied, and these kids just rampage around and do whatever they want. And the Labor Party have caused all that. They've caused every consequence of the unchecked criminality. So to do that, the Labor Party ignored the will of the people, whom they're constitutionally obligated to represent, in watering down those laws. The Labor Party needs to go, and we need to avoid the mistake of swapping them for the LNP. Now, I'm told it's unfair to say that the LNP will be as bad as Labor when they've had so few chances to govern in the last 3+ decades. But they're their same people as their federal branch. So we know that they'll do everything the same as Labor, only slower, exactly as their federal counterparts do. So the rampant criminality can be checked and reversed, but we can't trust either branch of the Labor Liberal Unity Party to do it. We need to get rid of both, because their loyalties lie with unelected foreign organisations that we don't choose.